All right, guys. Well, I'm back today taking another look at a Ruger Generation 2 Ranch Rifle. This particular version is chambered in 308, and I really wanted to try this out since I just tried out the 300 Blackout that Ruger sent out to the channel. Now, full disclosure on this one, I actually picked this one up used because I like the 300 Blackout so much. The opportunity presented itself. I couldn't hide my wallet, and here we sit. So I just really like the Ruger American lineup of rifles, especially the new Gen 2. The other thing I want to mention is a huge shout out to AAC for sponsoring the ammo to help make this video. I ran a lot of their standard 150 grain, but also a lot of this 150 grain soft point because I figured it'd be very appropriate for a ranch style, hunting style rifle like this to try out some type of hunting loads, and we'll talk about all of that in the accuracy and function part of this review. We're going to start from the front, work our way to the back, and if you're interested in that 300 Blackout review, I've got that posted already on the channel so you can check that out. Now up at the front, we've got the 5/8 by 24 thread pitch on that spiral fluted barrel. And that right there is going to give you the ability to throw whatever you want on. Now it comes with a pepper brake, but I run a lot of the dead air suppressors, and so the Chemo mount is going to be what I've personally selected, and the brake does help mitigate the recoil. Now we will talk a little bit more again about the handling and recoil impulse of the rifle, but no, a brake on this guy is not a bad idea because it is more of a lightweight rifle. Now, the barrel on this measures 16.1 inches, so it's going to be a compact and nimble 308. Again, really perfect for climbing up in a deer stand or walking through some brush or just slinging into the side of a side-by-side. It's a little bit more convenient with the shorter barrel. The weight of the rifle is only 6.5 pounds, again, lending that lightweight and kind of compact and nimble feel to the entire setup. There's a 1 in 10 twist rate on that barrel, and the barrel is a pretty decent quality barrel, so really love the overall quality of this particular rifle. Moving on to the barrel and interface with the receiver, this is a spiral fluted barrel for weight management. Again, like we talked about, being a lightweight rifle, as well as heat dissipation, and then you get to the stock and receiver. Now, the other cool thing about these rifles from the Generation 1 to the Generation 2 is they're utilizing a patent power bedding. It's pretty cool. It's an integral bedding block system, and that locks the receiver and free floats the barrel for improved accuracy, and it seems to do the trick in both a 300 Blackout and a 308. The other thing is this includes an oversized bolt handle, but it's also threaded 5/16 by 24, so you can replace that with whatever you want. Really convenient out of the box. The stock is going to be the exact same on this one and the 300 Blackout. Really nice texturing. Love the indentions at the fore end. Love the grip as well as the adjustability with the cheek piece and end piece and the rubberized butt pad, sling swivel in the back, and a super ergonomic design. The other cool thing about this is when you're gripping the stock, the tang safety is incredibly easy to work and actuate. So when the rifle is chambered, you slide that all the way up for fire. You can slide it one down and you can actually still manipulate the bolt, but you can't fire with the trigger. Then you slide it all the way down and it actually locks the bolt into place. So if you are hiking through the woods or climbing up in a deer stand and you have an empty chamber and a loaded mag and you want that added security so you don't kind of bump open the action and get dirt and debris in there while you're walking through brush, that is a good setting, and again, indicative for a really nice hunting rifle. Now, this is not just a hunting rifle. I feel like it crosses the bridge between a hunting rifle and more of a shorter precision rifle. So we did take it out for some accuracy testing. Now, before we get to that, I want to finish up with the rifle specs and features. This runs AI style pattern magazines, and those are readily available. You will have to kind of check compatibility from set to set, but all of the standard AI style mags seem to work fine. This one is just going to be a labeled Ruger mag, and it's only a 3-round mag, but since it's easily detachable and since there's so many other pattern mags, you can do whatever you want with that. To remove the mag, you've got that extended mag release lever right there, and the trigger on this guy is really nice. Just a solid trigger option with no real issues there. You can adjust that trigger between 3 to 5 pounds. And again, if you're going to be using this more of a precision or kind of a target rifle, you can switch it to 3 pounds. But if you're a hunter and you're going to be trudging through the brush or in a deer stand with gloves, hey, maybe move it up to that 5 pounds, and that gives you a little bit stiffer trigger so you're not accidentally bumping it when it's cold outside, or you're in a deer stand and you're running your gloved fingers through there. So I love the adjustability of that trigger. Now let's talk about shootability and performance down at the range. Right off the bat, the action is a lot smoother on this one than the 300 Blackout, and I believe that is 100% due to the mags. The 300 Blackout feeds from an AR style mag. Those are designed to be fed in a semi-auto platform. Now don't get me wrong, the action was super smooth on the 300 Blackout. But then I tried this and it blew my mind. The action is insanely smooth and it is tuned perfectly to feed from these AI mags. It is definitely a just nice feel for such a budget rifle. The other thing is the overall maneuverability and ease of use with this rifle to get into a wide variety of shooting positions is just really nice with a 16-inch barrel, as well as the reduced weight. The trigger's good, and overall it functions like a standard bolt action 308, nothing super fancy. Now, one thing to note though is the recoil is stout on this guy because it is a lightweight 308, and there's no real way to get around that other than adding a brake on the end and a suppressor like I did. That mitigated it some, but there was a pretty substantial amount of recoil impulse. Just something you're going to have to consider when going with this over other 308 options. It's just a lightweight design, so you're going to feel this on your shoulder, but the rubberized butt pad absorbs the recoil nicely so you don't feel it the next day. You just notice it when you're shooting and then it goes away. It's not going to bruise up your shoulder or anything like that. So the recoil is controllable. It's manageable. You add a brake or a suppressor and you're going to be good to go with no issues right there. And then with accuracy, this was about a 1 to 1.5 MOA gun. I'm sure I could tighten up that groups. With the 150 grain soft point, this thing was a tack driver at 100 yards. No issues there. Again, for me, this is not like a 1,000-yard scope. For me, this is kind of a hunting rig setup for right around 100 to 500 yards max, but I'm sure it's much capable, or it's more capable than that. I think you can stretch it out a pretty good distance, but you do have that 16.1-inch barrel, lightweight fluted design, and overall for me, this is just going to be more of a lightweight hunting rig that you can take to the distance if you need to. In summary, Ruger killed it again with their Ruger American Generation 2 lineup of rifles, really doing a lot of stuff well at a very reasonable price point. Again, I purchased this one. Ruger did send the 300 Blackout to me, and hopefully I get to try out a lot more of their rifles in the future. I've been loving what they're doing lately. Again, thanks to AAC for sending out the ammo. Thanks for watching. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss the next video, deal, or Friday deal alert. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.